Okay, so as you can see, I have the length of my ring finished. And again, my finger measured 2.75. And so that's how long I made my bed. And really all I do is I take the tape measure and wrap it around, and then I loosen it up just a little bit, just to give it a little wiggle room, so that if I get a little swelling, the ring won't be too tight. So what we need to do, and I have already done, is I took that original tail that we weaved in and I re-threaded it through the needle. And now I'm just going to bring that up to that second row, and I'm coming up and in between that second and third bead. Oops. Make sure I don't lose my lose my thread there. And then what I do is I take my needle and I just dip down and grab one of those warps. Oh, it looks like I grabbed two because they're so tiny. There we go. I got one. And this is how I'm going to tie this piece off. So this way, and sometimes this is why you want a little bit longer of a tail, right? Okay, there we go. So I'm just putting the knot in the middle of that warp bed so I can hide it. And then I just pull, and then I want to take the needle and go to the back so that I can pull that knot down into the back of the ring base. Awesome, perfect, yay. Okay, so I'm going to take that needle off and very, very carefully come in. Whoopsie. Yeah, I don't want to cut, there we go. Don't want to cut that, cut the warps off. I've done that before. No fun. Okay, so what we're going to do next, and remember we have our needle and thread still attached to the base here. So I'm going to turn all this over. Oh, and I'm going to come in with my cutters, my rusty cutters here. I had a great tip from a student friend who said, get a bucket of sand and put like a motor oil in there and then put your tools in there. So I think I'm going to take her up on that because, man, these things rust very easily. Okay. So there's a little tip for you. All right. So what we're going to do next, so here's our finished piece. And what we're going to do next is we're just going to start to take the warps and tie them together. So I take the first and the second one, and I'm just going to very carefully, you don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to distort the warps. Think about it. They're going like this, right? And if you pull too tight, then you could literally pull your warp out. And that, again, would be no fun. So, oh, we got like a little bit of a mess here. Okay, let me just calm everybody down. Okay. We got some wild warps here. Okay, there we go. You guys stay there. All right, so we're just taking two at a time here and tying them into these tiny little knots. And I'm going to do another one. And I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to just make sure that I'm in the right angle here, right camera angle, so you can see. And then we're just going to take these two and do that again. So we will repeat this on the other end as well. Now let me tell you about the other end. Let me get over there. Okay, perfect. So let's bring these up really quick here. It's kind of looks like a spider. Okay, so all of those are tied together. Now on the opposite end, be careful because you don't want to accidentally cut this piece off, right? This is your needle and thread that we're going to be using. Sometimes I'll take a piece of blue tape, you know, maybe I'll just do that for right now, just to show you, because you don't want to accidentally cut those. So remember, this end came off, and they need to be cut in the middle before we can tie them. So I just cut them using the cutters. Okay, perfect. And then what I'm going to do is the same exact thing on this end, where I'm going to take and knot the warps together, just tiny little knots, and very carefully. Okay, so you just want to continue that. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the next video here, so that this one is not too long. Trying to keep these nice and short so that you can get what you need and move on to the next step. So you would just continue there. Okay, I'll see you right back.